Confidence is one of the most misunderstood qualities in personal growth. Most people think confidence is something you're supposed to feel before you act, like a mood that magically appears when you're finally ready. But real confidence doesn't work that way. Confidence is not a personality trait, it's not genetics, it's not luck. Confidence is the emotional byproduct of keeping promises to yourself. And today, we're going to dismantle the myth that confidence is something you wait for and replace it with the truth. Confidence is something you earn. If you've ever told yourself, I'll feel confident once I'm ready, or I'll start when I believe in myself more, what you were really saying was, I want the reward without paying the cost. And that's not a judgment because almost everyone is taught this backwards. We're taught to wait for motivation, wait for clarity, wait for certainty, wait for confidence. But the people who actually change their lives do the opposite. They act first and confidence follows. Confidence is built through evidence. Every time you show up when you said you would, your nervous system records proof. Every time you avoid what you said you'd do, it records doubt. Confidence isn't self-talk, it's self-trust. And self-trust is built through action alignment. This is why affirmations alone don't work for most people. If your words don't match your behavior, your subconscious rejects the affirmation. Your mind doesn't care what you say you are. It only cares what you consistently do. If you say, I'm disciplined, but you don't follow through, your identity fractures. And fractured identity creates anxiety, hesitation, and self-doubt. Confidence is the nervous system's response to predictability. When you consistently act in alignment with your values, your system relaxes. It trusts you. When your behavior is inconsistent, your system stays on alert. It doesn't trust your direction. This is why confidence feels calm, not loud. True confidence isn't hype. It's grounded. It's quiet certainty. Most people try to fake confidence externally while avoiding the internal work required to earn it. They posture, they perform, they copy confidence from others, but borrowed confidence collapses under pressure. Earned confidence compounds under pressure. Let's get very clear about something important. Confidence is not the absence of fear. Confidence is the willingness to act despite fear because you trust yourself to handle the outcome. Fear doesn't disappear at higher levels. It just stops controlling you. Confidence is not bravado, it's resilience. Think about the moments in your life when you felt genuinely confident, not hyped, not pretending, but solid. Those moments came after effort, after consistency, after doing hard things you didn't feel like doing. Confidence showed up after proof. This is why confidence cannot be installed mentally without behavioral reinforcement. The brain requires receipts. You don't convince your subconscious with logic. You convince it with repetition. So today, we're shifting the frame. Confidence is not something you need in order to act. Confidence is something you get as a result of acting. Waiting for confidence keeps you stuck. Acting builds confidence. Here's another layer most people miss. Confidence isn't domain specific. Confidence is domain specific. You can be confident in one area of your life and insecure in another. That means confidence isn't who you are. It's what you've practiced. When you have reps, you have confidence. Where you don't, you don't. And that's empowering because it means confidence is trainable. If you want confidence in your voice, you must use your voice. If you want confidence in leadership, you must lead. If you want confidence in decisions, you must decide and stand by the decision long enough to gather feedback. Avoidance erodes confidence. Engagement builds it. Now let's talk about self-respect because confidence and self-respect are inseparable. Self-respect grows when your actions align with your standards. Every time you lower your standards to avoid discomfort, you pay with self-trust. Every time you raise your standards and follow through, you deposit into self-trust. Confidence is not about being perfect. It's about being reliable to yourself. Can you count on you? When you say you're going to do something, do you do it? When it gets uncomfortable, do you disappear or do you stay present? These micro decisions are building or breaking your confidence every single day. This is why confidence isn't built in big moments. It's built in boring ones. It's built in the gym when no one's watching. It's built when you do the thing you said you do, even though no one would know if you didn't. Confidence is integrity with yourself. A powerful way to think about confidence is this: confidence is memory. It's your nervous system remembering that you survived discomfort before and can do it again. That's why confidence grows through exposure, not avoidance. If you've been struggling with confidence, it's not because you're broken. It's because you haven't been practicing aligned action long enough. And that's fixable. So today, your work is not to feel confident. Your work is to act in a way that future confidence can grow from. Small promises kept daily will outperform massive intentions never acted on. Let's anchor this. Confidence is earned, not hoped for. And the moment you stop waiting for confidence and start behaving like the person you want to trust, everything changes. By the end of this lesson, I want you to stop asking, "How do I feel?" and start asking, "What would someone who trusts themselves do next?" That question alone rewires behavior. You don't need to be confident to take the next step. You need to take the next step to become confident. And that shift will change how you move through every area of your life.